Howdy everyone, this is Tricia and welcome to my channel. So for today's project, I decided to make a glue gun holder. Now, I don't normally use a glue gun holder. I just toss my glue gun on a silicone pad. And I know I have two of these, but I don't know where the other one is at the moment. But I usually just throw it on there. I have purchased glue gun stands, to put it on. I have the little metal ring here that you clip that also helps the stand, but I never use it. I just put it down. So the fact that I'm gonna make one is probably gonna be something that's gonna turn out to be useless because I may not end up using it, but I'm gonna try. I thought, what the heck? And it's mostly because the stand that I have and the little ring that would be on here, the little clippy thing, you had to be popping it open, and every time I wanted to use it I had to get out of the way, so I had to get out, push it back onto here, and it was just too much for me. It's just too much work aside from the work that I'm already doing because I'm lazy, you guys. And the stand that I had, when I would put the glue gun, sometimes it would just tip over. It's too light, tips over easily. So anyway, I was on Amazon and I was actually looking for mini glue sticks because I'm about to run out, and every time I go to the store with the purpose of, I'm going to get some glue sticks, I end up forgetting. So I'm ordering a big giant box of 550. But since I was at the Dollar Tree, I went ahead and I grabbed a couple of packs because I'm going to need them, and also for the purpose of the, the whole display here. Okay, so I was on Amazon, and like I said, and you get carried away once you're on Amazon, and I saw a glue gun holder made out of wood. It looked very homemade. I thought, oh, that looks so neat. I don't remember the price, you guys. And I was going to look now, but our internet is gone. Hence why I'm doing this little video. So anyway, our internet's gone for some time. I don't know, because we have all these things going on, a hurricane that went by and storms and things like that. But anyway, I'm assuming that's the problem. I don't know, because everything else is fine. Okay, so I saw that little wood glue gun holder, and I thought it was the cutest thing, and I thought, oh, my husband can make this. I saved some screenshots of what it looked like. I saved a screenshot of where it's got all the little measurements of what it, the length, the height, and the width of the item is, everything. And then I started thinking, you know what? I bet I could make something with Dollar Tree items. They have little wooden items there. So I'm just going to go to the Dollar Tree. I have no net. I have an excuse. Get out of the house. I had already been out with my mom earlier in the day, but I decided I'm going to get out again. Okay, that's a lot of talking. This is what I got. So besides these, and I ended up buying myself a little cutting mat because I thought, well, I need a silicone mat to put on here somehow. And this is sort of that kind of material. If it gets glue from the glue gun on here, it can easily peel off, but then I started thinking about it. Well, I don't want to cut this off. It's so cute, even though it's only $1.25. So it's an option. Another option would be a little square, little tile square. And I know I have some somewhere. Like I said, I'm too lazy. I don't want to look. I know I had a lot of wood items, including little crates like this. But again, I'm too lazy. I don't want to look. I just grabbed stuff from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so here's a little wood crate that I grabbed because I thought this would be cute to put all the the glue sticks in. So if I remember to put the picture, like I said I was going to show you, you'll see that it has something on the end of it to put some glue sticks. So I grabbed this one, but then I also saw this one and another one that had like a little pineapple shape, and I kind of went back and forth on them, and I'm like, which one do I get? I was going to grab this one because it seemed a little more compact, and the edges were higher, and I thought, oh, hold on to the glue sticks a little bit better. And it fits perfectly fine on this a little board that I also found at the Dollar Tree, by the way. And then move some of these items out of the way. So I am kind of, on the fence. Which one? I kind of like this one, and I chose the castle one because I felt like I'm a craft queen, so I'm gonna go with that. I mean, I could paint all this too, by the way. I don't know if I will. Okay, so it has a little bit of silicone, a little silicone piece on the what it looks like to me like a tile or a silicone piece. I'm not sure. I didn't read all that well into the description of the item because my mind went, oh, I can make this, blah 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 blah. So I got these flexible cutting mats from the Dollar Tree, and I've used these before to where I'm painting or I'm using the glue gun, and sometimes the glue actually just peels right off. Sometimes it doesn't, but I thought this is cheap enough because you get two of them for $1.25. I could cut out the little piece that I want to place on here. And then I'll have the rest of it, so if this gets ugly, you know, I can just yank it off and put a new one if I wanted to. So I'm going to do that instead of, you know, using this little mat because it's so cute. But anyway, we'll see. Okay, so then it has something where it has to hold the glue gun where you can put it on so it'll rest, you know, on there somehow, and if it gets caught right here. And I don't want something that, you know, it'll just slip out of, so I want something long. I grabbed this little piece of, I don't know what this is, a little wood pallet. Okay, that's what it is. I thought, well, maybe I can take these little wood pieces apart and, you know, use them, stack them up somehow, make a little railing. This is too high. Maybe I thought, maybe I'll just take off one of them and, you know, make a shorter little fence, you know, put this on there. We'll see what I end up doing. I bought these because I know the wood blocks, they have wood blocks at the Dollar Tree. They didn't have any, so I got these beads and they're like wooden shape. I thought, well, maybe I can form something, or Jenga blocks. I have the little, they're wood blocks in the toy section. They were completely out of, I know I have some. I can't find them. I'm not going to look for them. But I did have a box of wood stuff here in my little craft room. And I had these little wooden cubes. So I thought, well, heck, I'll use these instead of this. And, you know, maybe build up something with that. If the idea of this doesn't work out, because again, it's kind of thin, it might, you know, pop that way or the other. I do have a ton of things here. I got some more of these little wood blocks in here. I got popsicle sticks. I have these little pieces of Jenga blocks that I just saw, so I might use that. I have this little plaque here. Maybe I want to give something a little bit of a height. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to put this all aside, and you know what, you guys? If you want to stick around and watch me put this together, then let's get to crafting. I was doing a thumbs up. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is decide what I want to use. I do like this. I like how they all fit in there. The glue sticks, and I can just reach in and grab as I need. I could do the same thing with this one, stand them all up or lay them down, but I was thinking that if I fill this up too much, they could, you know, pop out of the sides here, and I kind of like them, sorry about that, I kind of like them standing up. So I think I'm going to do this. By the way, I did buy some wood glue as well, right here. And I'm going to use a combination of my wood glue, this one here, and the hot glue gun. I also failed to mention that I have purchased these two little easels because I was looking at the wood behind them, and I thought, oh, maybe I can use these little pieces, or like this one down here, to build up something for the glue gun. And then I saw this other easel, and I thought this was pretty neat, and I'm wondering if I could rip this off of the wood pieces, and it looks like I can, because I like this dry erase part here as my silicone piece instead of the cutting board. I kind of like that. So look, I can take all this off. Perfect. And then I can use this instead. So let's see. I know it's a little bit bigger than that, but what does it matter? No, not really. Let's see. And if I put a little stand, yeah, it would be like this. Okay, so I like this. I'm going to use, see, I'm already putting my glue gun over here. I like this, and it looks like the glue comes off of it. Yep. It doesn't like, I mean, if you smear it around and thin it out, it will stick on there and look bad. But otherwise, if you just let it purl up and there, puddle up, and then you just peel it off. But like I said, you could use that cutting mat, which, you know, I could use also on top of here and then toss it out, not glue it down. But I do like this here. So I'm going to use this, and I don't need all of these pieces of wood, but I do like this little piece. I'm going to pull it out just in case. These are too long, you know, they come out too far out. Yeah, this one's cut at an angle as well, so I'm not going to use that. I'll actually save this little canvas. It's really cute. But I might use this little piece. I'm going to use all my little pieces of Jenga, maybe the little cubes. I also have these little, these are why can't I say it? Drawer pulls for your drawers. Your drawer pulls. And they're 1/4 inch, does it say what it is? Tenon? I don't know what that means. But anyway, they're 1/4 inch pieces. And I thought, you know what, this would be cute, you know, on the ends here maybe, or on a little pile of blocks. Make a cute little stack and just put these on the ends. And that would be cute because it'll kind of go with the Oops. We'll kind of go with the theme of the, the little castle, have something up at the top here. So I'll pick that up in a minute. But let's glue down the pieces that are essential, and then I'll worry about anything that could be decor. Okay, so I'm going to use a combination of wood glue and the hot glue gun. I want to put this as close to the edge as possible. This will have to get glued right on this piece of wood here that's kind of sticking out, because this one's kind of in a little bit, so this doesn't lay flat on here. So the glue will have to be on here. I could put some glue here, but I'd have to make it like really thick to also stick down, so maybe I'll do that as well. So let's decide where this is going to go. I think that's a good place. That's good, and I can make the, let's push it more that way, and I can make the little stand for this right here. So I'll just mark it with that little bit here. I think that'll be good. Okay, so let's use a combination of both glues. Maybe use a little brush to brush it on. Okay. And then my hot glue gun. And the reason that I'm using both glues is just to get a quick stick on there, let it stick down quick. Let's see if I can do some puddles here. And just more or less center it. Is it centered? No. And right there. And I'm just wiping off any of that wood glue. Okay, so we're going to let that stay there and dry. And if, like I said, we can paint this afterwards. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this as close to that as possible, so I can make sure that I have plenty of room here for my little stand. Again, I am going to use some of this wood glue. I need to spread it out because it's so thick. I cut the hole on it a little too much. Now this doesn't go, the edges here are going to be overhanging, so I don't want to put glue on the very edges because that's just going to go onto my table. And just center it as best as you can. Squeeze it down to make sure that the glue adheres to both pieces, and that I don't have like a lump from the hot glue. Okay, they're about the same here. That looks pretty good. This is going to be a quick project, you guys. Okay, this is where my glue gun's going to go. So I need a stand right here. Okay, I went ahead and I grabbed a pencil so I can mark where I'm going to want my little stand to be. That way when well, actually I'm not going to glue this down. I don't know what I'm thinking, you guys. I'm thinking that I'm going to glue this down. That's not going to get glued down. Okay, so just directly under here, so it clears the this little handle here. Okay, let's mark this. This is the space I want to use. Okay, now let's see how I'm going to do this, because I might need more than 4 or 5 of these. Okay, I think one more. Yeah, that'll be good right there. So I'm going to stack 6 of these here. And again, this is for my mini glue gun. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on each one of these and start stacking them up first before I put them onto the actual wood piece here, this little wood plank. I had grabbed a little cutting board. You could also use that. They have those little bamboo cutting boards, or you can even use the plastic ones, to create your base. Put down too much glue. That's okay. Okay, so now that I've got my little base built, I can go ahead and glue it in the spot that I wanted it. There we go. And let's check it out just to make sure. Yep. Okay, so another thing that I want to do is that I don't want this to slip out. So I'm going to build some sides here, and that's where I'm going to use these little cubes. So let's see how many I need. Let me also scrape off some of that glue here on the edge, because it doesn't have to be like right up against these other little blocks, but you know, what the heck. Let's move off that little piece there. There we go. Let's see, about how many do I need? Okay, so 4. And then if I put these little guys on the ends here, that looks good. How does it look if I put one more? Is that too much? I kind of like that. You know, I think that'll be better because it kind of wants to tip over, and I think this top thing will keep it from doing that. Okay, I'm going to do 5 on each side, and then I'm going to put this. So I'm going to glue these 2 stacks together first, just like I did well, they're not Jenga, they're just wood blocks. They're Dollar Tree ones, so they're not that brand. Okay, so 5 and 5. Let's get it together here. I'll do the other 5 in a minute, but let's get these onto the board. Like that. Nice. Okay, let's do the other one, and then we'll cap them off with these cute little doorknob or drawer knobs. And there we go, putting this little piece on here. Great. Yep. I'll keep it from toppling over. I didn't do such a great job at making this all even. But I mean, if you wanted to, you could get some of that wood putty, fill in, sand it down, and like I said, paint it afterwards. I don't think I'm going to paint it. I kind of like the rustic look of it. Oh, I was going to put glue on the edges, not on the middle part, but that's okay. I should have put it on that little round circle because you know what? This is smaller area. Well, that looks fine. And you want to do the hot glue after. Do your wood glue first and then the hot glue, because that way you can move quickly. And this is cool, and what it'll do is it'll quickly dry the hot glue, and you don't want the hot glue to dry before you put your next piece on, because then you'll have, you know, like a hard piece of hot glue there, and then you can't like kind of level it off, if you will. So look at that. I think that's great. Awesome. Okay, so now the glue can drip on here and I can just scrape it off. And if I want, I can go ahead and cut a piece, which I will, you know, I'll do that, of the cutting board that I showed you and put it on there just so, you know, you can decide what you want to use. Okay, so lucky me, I happen to have this right on hand here so I can see the width of this. And it's almost 6 inches. It's just about 5 3/4, so I'm gonna say 5 1/2. And then this way, it's about just over 4 1/4, so I'm gonna say 4 inches. So 5 1/2 by 4 inches. And I'm gonna grab this cutting mat, put it over. I can measure 5 1/2 that way. And then 4 inches this way. Okay, so I happen to have a Sharpie nearby me, and I have this little piece of wood from the little easel that I took apart. So I'm going to go ahead and mark 5 1/2, and then 4 inches, right about around there. And there we go, just like that. I'm going to cut out that little square. I didn't do it right on the edge because it's got this little rounded corner there, and I don't want to have to round all the corners out, so I'm just going to cut it with some scissors that you don't use for fabric so you don't ruin them. What you could do is you could cut a bunch of these ahead of time so that you'll have them ready, so that if, you know, one of these gets like super ugly and you want to yank it off, put a new one on there, they'll be ready and they'll take up less space wherever you store them away at. But you don't have to do this because I think the little dry easel board is perfectly fine. I'm just going to trim off a little bit more. That's okay. We'll leave the marker on there. It's not going to hurt us. Okay, so because I want to yank it off easily, I'm just going to put a few dots of hot glue and put it down. So one there, one there. Try not to do it so flat like I did. Just do a dot. There, just like that. And then when this gets ugly, I can just yank it off if I want. You don't, like I said, you don't have to do that. That's just another thing where if you like things to be like really nice and neat, you could use this. And don't worry about the dry erase, just put it on the wood board. Or do both, which is what I just ended up doing. So there we go, you guys. What do you think of that? Let's put our little glue sticks in there, and then we'll enjoy it. All right, everyone, so there it is, all nice and complete. If I was to consider what I spent, I am going to say that I only bought one of these. I either bought the plastic cutting mat or the easel. And I'm kind of leaning towards the cutting mat only because you can cut a whole bunch out of those 2 sheets that come in the packet, and you could replace them and it'll look nice. You won't have damaged your little wood. If you decide to paint it, you won't have damaged it. You can use that. And let's say all I did was buy the little the wooden blocks and the little Jenga or the craft blocks that you find in the toy section, and this or the little crate, the other little crate, and either this board from their wood aisle, or you can buy the bamboo cutting board, or even the plastic one would work really well. So let's say I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. They're $1.25 right now. I don't know, some places they may have gone up. We spent about $6.25, less than $7 if they're still $1.25 in your area. So that's what you're going to spend to create this. I think that's a pretty good deal. There we go. If I remember to look on the Amazon to see how much that holder was, I'll put it somewhere in here somewhere, letters. Otherwise, it's a neat project. You do it yourself. Maybe have someone else sit around with you and put it together, and a little project that you could do with some friends. Maybe your lady, you have a crafting group or something. You can all get together, create these. These would be great to also make like for the senior centers, or where they might do some crafts. I can hear thunder, by the way. If they're doing crafts and maybe they want a place to put, hot glue guns and glue sticks where it's easy for everyone to grab. And I think this makes it a little bit safer than what I do with just laying it, because I could accidentally grab it from the hot place, and here you know you're going to grab it from here. So and it also keeps your work areas clean and safe from hot glue. So there we go, you guys. I'm going to give myself a big old thumbs up. I hope that you too will give me a big old thumbs up. My dogs are now under me right now because they're scared from the thunder. And leave a kind comment down below and let me know what you think of my project today. If you haven't already subscribed and you like the content of my videos, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to choose all so that you get notified as soon as I upload my video. And don't forget to share on your social medias, you guys. I really need your help right now. I'm not getting too many views, so I really appreciate. But I really do want to thank everyone who has kept watching and has supported me. Thank you so very much, and I do love all of your comments, so make sure you leave them. All right, everyone. Have a super wonderful week, and as always, enjoy. It's okay, babe.